Give me 1 second to sort things out and also fix the audio level because we had to change it for the latest Nancy Drew game. For some reason, I love not understanding why things happen the way they do on my computer. Hold on, I cannot find... Is it in here? Where? I have to change my icon. Just give me a sec. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. I can't use my eyes. Alright, let me just write down some numbers with a pin in my mouth. That's smart. I'm amazed I didn't stab myself. Okay, so Ronnie needs to be turned up to 16. Love messing with sounds. Okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello, how do I sound?
You sound good, I think.
Cool.
Hold on, let me move things around. Okay. There's the game, too. Great. I forgot we
I
put
have to remember
up.
that I have to get back into Ace Attorney now. I'm not going to say anything, I promise. I've been so Spider-Verse pilled. I need to, remember that this exists.
I'm just trying to pretend Spider-Verse exists, so... Well, it's not like
Are you not going to be able to... Are you thinking about, going to the back of the theater, or...
I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it for months. If not,
And you don't want to pirate it?
I don't think it's going to help. I can't...
Got it.
When I say that, I watched approximately 2 minutes, not even, I watched, maybe 30 seconds of Hannah sent a video of something that happened in Zelda, and I almost threw up.
Oh, no.
So, when I say I don't think I can watch it...
nothing,
It was, a Discord video. I don't think I can watch this movie maybe ever. I don't know if I can rewatch... Well, I don't even know if I can rewatch the first one. Maybe if I close my eyes and just listen to it like a podcast. Or someone cuts it to just all the scenes that are still with, no flashing.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
No, nothing but very basic
I'll just edit
moving.
the movie so it's I'll edit the movie so it's 1 frame a minute. You can just kind of read it.
Yeah, no. So I'm just I can't use
I hope it gets better.
I can't use Twitter. I just can't use Twitter because no one is there's not enough consistency in what people are using. For the most part,
I wanted to tag stuff. I wanted to tag stuff, but I don't know what people are using.
Well, a lot of people aren't using anything is the thing.
Yeah.
Especially now that it's been a week, no one tags anything. And that's their prerogative, but I don't want to see it. I was trying to not know anything about it, and
I've been tagging it on Tumblr, so I hope you haven't been. I hope my Tumblr tagging has been
I
working.
managed to do it for Tumblr, except for one person who I muted because they weren't tagging anything.
Got it.
So I was just all right. Well, we can't follow you anymore.
I got obsessed with a baby girl, but I've been tagging everything. So
I just can't go on Twitter ever again.
God.
Twitter doesn't have a good system.
I hope you feel better.
I haven't. But,
No.
I just don't think this is a game a movie I can watch. What the fuck were we doing? What did we do before this?
Talking to Venus.
Yeah, but, what did we talk about? What do we have to do?
We're just hanging out with him now.
Well, what did we say to him? It's been weeks.
God,
Oh, Venus. No, we already talked to her.
We're talking to him about Fan Expo.
I'm so, at a loss for what we're doing in this video game.
Right now we're just kind of walking around.
I'm trying to see if anything activates.
What do we have to present anything to Phoenix?
I don't know. I don't know.
We went to the safe. We did the safe and stuff.
Shit. Hold on. Let me just...
Okay.
I'm just pulling up a fucking walkthrough.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably just do that.
Okay, we did that. Footprints, we did that. Office. Eldoon's house. Okay, wait. Hickfield Clinic. Moved to the detention center. Okay, we're supposed to be talking to Walkie, I think. I think part of it is screens, which isn't good because, I am using the screen all the time for my job. Because sometimes just, like, what was it? It was when I was playing the Layton Brothers Mystery Room. You know, like a carousel of images?
Yeah.
That, and like there was also one on the Capcom site for the 40th anniversary. Carousels, image carousels. Clicking through those makes me feel sick. Like that's the level of motion we're at. Like images
like
moving.
I'm assuming you've already tried like a gazillion things.
Well, I don't even know what there is to try. Like, what is there to try? It's like, just me looking at things and I feel sick.
I mean, like, honestly, my solution wouldn't work because I'd be like, did you have? I don't know, like if like trying like things for car sickness, even like a pair of C-bands would work, even if it's a placebo effect.
I've never done anything for car sickness. I just fucking dealt with it.
I used to get really car sick when I was younger because I would always like play video games in the car and then be like, why do I feel like I'm gonna puke? And to be fair, it could have entirely been a placebo effect, but like I wasn't gonna question it. But C-bands and like ginger gum always helped. But again, like for all I know, that could have just been like my brain being like, we did this, so now we're good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're here.
Okay, one sec. I just need to respond to someone because I'm trying to figure out a production issue.
Yeah, I hope it either gets better or you figure something out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can even I don't even know if you can see anyone about that.
There's some doctors, but there's the potential there's the options are kind of like it goes away. I need like a different prescription, which like technically is a possibility, but I don't really know if it's that. And then
could be worth it.
And then it's just something that's how it is now. Like someone on Tumblr was like, potentially it could be an effect of long COVID, so you might want to talk to your doctor about that. And there's nothing for long COVID. There's zero, because
when did you get COVID?
That's why. God, this is a fun stream. So,
you don't have to talk about it. But.
No, it's okay. It's just I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. I got COVID in 2020. I think. When did I work at Rec Place? Around then. I think I got it right after Christmas because it was I got my I got my booster shot and then 2 days later I got COVID. And the entire before leading up to that, at least for a month, I'd been having really, really, really bad fatigue and vertigo. And I had seen both a doctor and a physical therapist, and they were like, "We don't know what it is. We don't know. It wasn't vertigo, but it constantly felt like vertigo. It felt like I was falling. I was whenever I would lay down, it would feel really bad. It got worse throughout the day, and I think it was a very bad chronic fatigue thing. That's the doctors didn't know what was happening, but when I talked about it online, I know a few people with chronic fatigue who are like, that sounds like what happens to me when it gets really bad. And that went away after, and it was also really bad in the car, especially if I was not driving. If I was not driving, it was horrific. It was constantly falling, but also a bit of motion sickness. It's a terrible, terrible feeling. And then it went away when I got COVID, because when you have COVID, if you haven't had it, even if you don't get it bad, you basically have to just sleep for days because you're so tired. I slept for a week. I watched 4 or 5 anime and I don't remember any of them. At all. I watched the entirety of Cells at Work. I couldn't tell you anything about it. And I know it's just a show about the body, but nothing. like nothing is there. And so then I didn't deal with it, and I still sometimes get that dizziness when like I'm really tired, and I can tell like it's a fatigue thing now. But after that, my motion sickness got a lot worse. Like I can't play a lot of video games. Like that's when I started noticing like, oh, I can't play Slime Rancher, I can't play House Flipper, cannot play Katamari, Katamari is so bad. But also I guess that game triggers like motion sickness for a lot of people who don't have the problem usually. And then it's just getting increasingly worse to where looking at spreadsheets now makes me nauseous if I'm looking back and forth. So spreadsheets are my new...
I hope that either you can like see someone or get a prescription or figure something out. There's a chance,
but also like with like a lot of chronic illness, like you just have to deal with it. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to do about my joint pain either. It's just here. So it's not awesome.
I mean, I have my good news, luckily, but I feel bad sharing it now.
Well, no, you can go for it.
I mean, as I told you, I'm getting top surgery in December.
Yes.
And okay, so on the appointment was listed as a new patient visit, so I didn't get my hopes up because I know you have to get your consultation appointment before they can like really schedule you. And since it was like listed as a new patient visit, I was like, okay, this is probably just going to be like paperwork and like getting me into the system. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to like make me come back later in like July. Mm-hmm. And she was like, and then the lady was like, so when do you want to get this done? And I was like, oh, December. And she was like, okay, you can talk to our front desk about that. And I was like,
oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I was like, oh, so like, and she's like, I mean, like you did all the like therapy, like like you did everything. It's just like, you're good. And I was like, oh.
Neat.
Yeah, like, okay. And, I talked to the doctor about it, like the surgeon, and she seemed like she knew what she was doing, I hope. And so, like, I literally almost cried because I was like, that was way too easy. What the hell?
Well, I'm glad it was easy.
Well, because I went in there and I was expecting them to be like, to be fair, the stuff leading up to it wasn't easy because I had to do the therapy for like months. And the appointments, she always had like a waiting list. So like I probably could have cranked out all the sessions ASAP, but it was always like a 3 or 4 month wait between them. Mm-hmm. So like I get why that step didn't take long, but like I had been so used to just being told like, all right, we'll see you in like 3 months for like step 1 of like, 20. Mm-hmm. So when she was like, all right, so when the surgeon comes in, she'll write those dates down for you. We're open December 18th and December 8th, so you can just like get back to us in November about which of those surgery dates works for you. And I was like,
oh, fun.
Okay. So yeah, winter break, because I can't do it when I'm in Columbus, because I also have a studio apartment this year, and trying to recover from top surgery with like if anything went wrong or if I was hurt, and like being a 10-minute walk from campus would like that's fine normally, but I can't recover alone like that.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So winter break, and also just finals in general and like school, like so winter break I will be boobless.
Nice.
Sorry, I needed to talk to more people about it. I'm very excited.
You're so valid.
Anyway,
now that we've I think done 15 minutes of not Ace Attorney, we
got our shit like unpackaged.
Yeah,
we dumped all.
And now we can think about how Clavier Gavin will be in 7 different languages.
It's so funny because I've made it to. I swear I'm gonna be quick with this. I've like always watched all the like I always watch a Nintendo Direct. I always watch a like this and that. And like the one time that I'm like not like watching the live stream, I like go on Twitter and everyone's like AA4 port, and I was like, you know what? Like fuck this. The one time.
You're so valid. All right, you were walking,
I'm so
right?
excited. Yes, I am, and I have to remember what voice I did because I remember trying to be like, how do you
vaguely mob? Does that help?
Yeah, because it's like how do you give him a character voice without like
vaguely mob
it not being good?
Vaguely mob.
Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back. I'm not reading that. Oh, you again.
Wait. Which one?
No, you were.
Am I Apollo right now? Or are you Apollo?
No, I'm Apollo. I'm Apollo here.
I couldn't remember. I'm Trucy, and then in court we usually switch. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a moment of like, wait
okay.
a minute, what's happening?
Yeah. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, man.
Me too.
You know?
That's how I talk.
Man. Man, you know?
Man.
Now I'm all in a funk. It's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. I am not pushing this voice any farther than this.
Nice.
I was like, it's like, there's just, I love him. He's so fun, but like, sometimes you read his dialogue and you're just like, oh boy. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Insane thing to say. Some days I wonder why I do what I do.
I just got an email. Do you remember that guy who came? This is off topic. I'm so sorry. Do you remember that guy who came up to us at Geekdom and just like handed us?
Oh, I got it.
Did you also get an email from a convention?
I got it. My dad got it in the mail and was like, "Have you heard about this?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh no, I got an email from them about purchasing a spot.
Uh-huh.
I was like, hello, who are you? I think they probably went through like, I think we talked about getting another one, and I would think they just went through like some list of people who tagged things, and they were
PoochieCon or whatever it was. They also they contacted me on Instagram too, which like we can take a look, but I think the Pennsylvania one we would have to be like
PoochieCon
it would be
soon.
a travel.
It's also soon. All of these are soon.
Which is
we don't have time for that.
Even if it. And either way, just it's not local to my house, so we'd be kind of.
I'm not into that right now.
Well, it also just seems really tiny, so like.
Yeah.
It's the kind of one where like I was looking at reviews and everyone was like, if you live there, it's perfect. If you don't, then like.
Imagine if like we lived closer to things. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Imagine if we lived this. You see, again, there's where my great pitch comes in. We have a little apartment in a city where every con in the world is.
Anyway, every con in the world, that's in a single city. What city is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's the city. You know the one.
Cool.
We need to fucking hear back from Boston. I emailed them last night.
I'll check again because their Dallas was last weekend, I think. So they should be telling us. But anyway,
I'm just happy that Southwest I have the money. I just need to know when to buy the plane ticket.
Yeah.
All right. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges.
Sorry, I was about to speak and then I was like, what the fuck is her voice? So it might take me a bit. I don't remember.
Worries.
I like don't do it enough.
The gaming vibe.
Well, I don't do it enough, like even in this game, for me to like really know what's happening. So,
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
Hey, it's all experience. You feel me? Sure. He is kind of funny a lot of the time is the thing. He's kind of really good and silly. It's all experience. You feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor.
Apollo's like, murder has a death penalty.
And when I'm in prison for murder, and I'm like, it's just an experience, really.
Apollo's like, it'll be your last. That's your last
completely
one.
Unrelated. Not right now, because we've been talking for so long, but remind me, maybe after stream, I have a really funny joke that I thought of, and you're the only person who will laugh at it, probably.
Great.
It's not about what you think it might be about. It's about a normal thing.
Okay.
I promise. No, I actually promised. They don't give the death penalty, do they?
The good thing about me not knowing these games back to front is how often I'll make a joke and then hit the next line and the characters will be talking about the same thing and I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
She's like,
oh, you didn't really do it, did you?
He stopped bouncing at that.
Uh-oh. He lost his whimsy.
Boys when they stop bouncing.
He lost his whimsy.
No! That's the worst that can ever happen to a man in this day and age. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. He's like, God, I wish I was hearing silence. God, I wish. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing. That's what he is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob.
over my dead body.
Well, good news.
I spend my life trying to keep it real. He's like playing Angry Birds on his phone.
Yeah.
He's like, I literally am so fucking hardcore. You don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. Day I get out of the clink. That's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kataki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail, for my sake.
Tracy's like, when you get out of there, what are you talking about?
Hello, Vula.
Hello. I feel like I could probably be better at this game if we didn't take long breaks between it, because I'm like, what do we have? Where are we going? Okay, we have to present his chart. We have a chart? Maybe we should look at the evidence.
Yeah, remember it's his heart thing that we got in the safe.
Sorry, I'm like looking at the evidence that we have right now.
I do remember this. Well, again, my thing is just I never remember the case details. I always remember the plot and like I never retain the like gameplay.
Oh, that's the checkup report. Okay. Well, it's just like because I haven't played this game, I've only seen parts of it. Mostly I just know the plot. So like I know the beats, but not necessarily how we get there. But more than anything, when you take like 4 weeks off from a video game, it is shocking. When you only play like 3 hours at a time, it is shocking how little you know what's happening.
And Angie told me that it was a better idea for me to, instead of just calling Breath of the Wild a wash and skipping to Tears of the Kingdom to finish playing Breath of the Wild. And I got about like a 4th done. Mm-hmm. But the problem is the last time I played it was like 2 years ago. And trying to like reorient myself while playing it this week, like it was rough. It wasn't easy. It was fun. I'm having fun. Mm-hmm. But it took me a bit.
I can't play any of the new Zelda games.
Also, oh yeah, no, it would, that would make you throw up.
No, I was like, I'm really sad I never played Breath of the Wild, and now you're all playing this, maybe I'll play that, and then I was like, started getting sick. Yeah, no. And I was like, never mind.
Yeah, no, you would be throwing up.
Someone just has to read me the plot.
Just have one of us do that. I have been a defendant clavier truther for so long. I was part of a group that was making an AA4 fan game at one point. I mean, I never super got off the ground. Zoe J, if by chance you're ever listening to this, I didn't forget about the lore. But the last case of the game was going to be this really cool Gavin family defendant clavier case, and
which is crazy because completely independently, Tony's server came up with a AA4 prequel where it's all about the Gavin brothers, but it's told from Kristoff's point of view.
It's because there's so much like soup there to like stir around.
Tony made we have the sprite for Clav still. Tony posted it. It's the one where he has.
I just think about how Tony drew Mrs. Gavin, and we were all. And I remember
you don't know her name, right?
I don't. I just know that she's.
Oh,
really
she also has a husband. When I say that, like we have like a little.
Won't stop me.
Oh no, he's dead. He's super dead. He's been dead for a while. Don't worry about it. I don't know if Tony's ever drawn him, but he is dead. Anyway, that's too confusing to talk about. Here's the thing. I don't know what kind of case I want because like. I don't really know. Like, they're just kind of fun, the DLCs. Well, Rise from the Ashes is kind of like an outlier. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know what...
No one ever wants my dream game, which was I want a Clavier Gavin rhythm game, and no one ever makes that happen for me. No one wants to play in my space.
Okay.
What if we had a Project Diva Clavier reskin? It could happen. We can make it work.
I don't know what that means.
Project Diva's rhythm Miku rhythm game. Those are the words. It's the original one. I have it on my Switch.
Job.
Yeah, I did.
You did a good job with those words. Sorry. We're so distracted as always.
Oh, what's that? I'm forcing us back on track. What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right?
He's like, isn't there the death penalty? Anyway, I'm gonna live to be 2,000 years old.
That's me. That's me, like, panicking about everything and being like, what if I have cancer right now? And at the same time, I'm like, good thing I'm never going to die.
Oh, I see it. You're right. I know what's going on. Like, the other...
Chat, the sequel.
Well, the other week, it wasn't like, do you remember? It just, like, disappeared. It stopped working. Like, I think I actually have, like, 4 or 5 chats around the screen, but, like, they weren't working. So I had to, like, just keep adding them until one of them worked. Like, the beginning of stream. It was really weird. We had to reset them everywhere. Anyway.
I don't think he gets it, Apollo.
Take a closer look, here in particular. Where it says nurse, it's signed Alita Tiala. Huh, lawyers do your homework.
So, you met Miss Tiala when you...
Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad.
I do, actually. My favorite thing when we do this is realizing how much of a lag there actually is.
You don't
between
know.
us.
About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. And they shot me so hard, and I went whoosh, and I flew really far back.
Whoosh!
Woo! Gun that makes you go in the air. Was ready to die, sure.
I like how, just because of the way it's drawn, it kind of just looks like he's in socks.
He was like, I'll be really quiet this way. They came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks.
The Miraktis clinic?
It's where I met her, a fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. They fight.
Yeah, you know.
They beat each other up.
Yes.
She would kick his ass. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said?
What did she say?
Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like, on the down low. Know what I'm saying? Paul's like, I do not.
I don't. I'm not following.
Paul literally couldn't even process, like, Clavy or, like, flirting with him. He's like, he doesn't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He's not here. And he's not in the space. He's not in the space with you, Walkie. I'll leave if you marry me. So that was the proposal? You know it. Know the love right there in the hospital room.
Seems legit.
Just like just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me.
Health checkup.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said.
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Not at all.
No, I don't understand. But
And don't explain it to me.
I don't want to know anything about the healthcare system. But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup?
Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? What if, like, the bullet hit his heart right there and he just fell over?
Oh god.
Lights out.
Oh god. Walkie down.
Ah! The officer down image with, like, the star and the
Yeah,
confetti.
yeah.
Walkie down! Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups.
Has my guide ever just had an annual physical?
I know. Like,
Is my
you
dude
kinda
got
need
his
those.
vaccinations?
You gotta get those, Walkie.
Walkie, are you vaccinated against the chicken pox?
That's Walkie. That's what's gonna get you in jail. It's not even gonna be the death sentence. You're gonna get the common cold and fall over like a Victorian orphan.
God.
Ah. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean.
Okay.
His anti-vax era. Hair piercings, but not shots.
The piercings are okay because they look cool. Shots don't look cool.
He's like, can you leave the needle in? Look, it looks sick.
I think we have to go... Never mind. Why did I think we had to show him the record? The record? Yeah, his checkup stuff. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, we have to present something more. Gotta fucking sandals. Sandals.
Speaking of piercings, one of my favorite things is when I go to work, like during the semester at the paint place, and like how all the little kids and like sometimes the little kids will be like, "What's that in your face?" And I always think it's so cute because like they don't ever mean it in a mean way, like unless they're like, "Why did you do that?" Which is also really funny.
Mm-hmm.
This one little girl, I didn't want to get in trouble with her parents. She was like, "Could I do that?" And I was like, "Probably not." I'm not gonna say yes. And she was like, "Is it because I'm a kid?" And I was like, "Pretty much."
Yeah.
I didn't want her walking back to her mom like, "Mom, guess what I can do?"
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I talked her out of it. I was like, I have 8 holes in my head. Please don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. That was not his voice. That was just me. That was just me talking.
You
like,
and
I
Walkie are
recognize
the same
those.
now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm vaccinated, so.
Okay.
I was the one who bought him for her. He's gonna twirl that strand out of his head at this point.
I know.
He keeps pulling up.
Right?
For Miss Tiala?
Yeah. Birthday present.
Trucy just looks at Apollo and just gives him this like look. Just like this like, oh god. You tell him.
She's got mad little. That's a great sentence. Her feet go crazy. Fucking insane. God, she has to put those dogs away, I tell her.
Oh god.
She's got mad little feet. Mad, so cute, man.
So these sandals are hers?
Yeah, I kinda had a feeling.
Yeah, but like, what if we were wrong? Wouldn't that have been fun?
I wish. What's up with the funky vibes?
Me every day. What's up with the funky vibes?
I know you already have some really good headers on Priv, but like that could be one of them. You could add that to like a pile.
I know.
The decision to change mine from the decision to change mine from Gamer Hell Delta into what it is now was it was not an easy decision, but I do think I made the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
Sandals updated the court record.
Woo!
Fuck yeah, Sandals updated
now
the court
I think
record.
we can leave. I left too early last time.
And he got his whimsy back, so you know.
Fantastic.
He was bouncing again. We did a good job. We did a good thing.
June 16th.
Divorce!
Eldoo's house. Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you.
Oh, fuck.
Every time he shows up on screen, you're caught off guard.
Because I don't even know what I did or what I'm doing, ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, that could be said about a lot of things. Taya can confirm, I'm a deer in the headlights about, like, life. Just kind of like the world, the passage of time.
What's the matter, Trucy doll?
Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. Just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldoon.
What is funnier than how often in Ace Attorney games they'll just say a name ... and like that's
Yeah. All
like
the times Phoenix is like Edgeworth. And that's just it.
well, it happens all the time to Maya and Pearl because they like want to remind you that they're there, but they don't know what the fuck to do with them, especially like when both of them are there. When you have Maya and Pearl, they have no fucking clue what to do. So many times Maya will just be like, and Maya does the the Edgeworth thing too. I don't know if she picked it up from Phoenix or what. But
That's
like,
a cute headcanon that she picked it up from him.
I mean, I also like that that's why she calls Phoenix Snick, because Mia always did. That one's cute.
Also, so mad about that time that when after our divorce talk, how we had been looking up and you were like, there's only one fic here, and they wrote it as like a crack fic, and we were like, boo, you gotta go all the way.
Well, not only that, but it was like just implied. Like it wasn't like explicitly
If you're
romantic.
gonna write,
like do it
if
right.
you're gonna write miraktis, yeah, if you're gonna do eldoo miraktis, you gotta go full hog.
Honestly,
Whole
disappointing.
hog, whatever it is, whatever the hog expression is.
I don't know what it is anymore.
I think it's whole hog. Yeah, because I know that because it's in Gravity Falls. They say you went whole hog.
Got it.
Yeah, it comes out from Gabe, the puppet guy. He says that.
Oh.
If it's connected to Gravity Falls, I can know it. That's how my little brain works.
Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this? Medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics.
Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon?
Does this sound at all like the voice I've been doing?
I don't remember.
Hell yeah.
What's going on here?
HIPAA violation.
Woo!
That's what we want to know.
What's a little violation in the face of
Sure
murder?
belongs to my client.
It's not like he doesn't know what that is. It's fine.
Yeah, Apollo's like, Walkie doesn't know what HIPAA is. It doesn't matter.
He's like, hippo? Walkie be like, hippos? Those things? Those things are big.
He's on trial on suspicion of murder.
Of your ex-husband.
On trial? That's crazy.
I know!
You can't put him on trial. He's ABD.
ABD.
Mr. Eldoon, I think you got your alphabet wrong.
She's like,
That's not the next letter.
ABD.
about to die? What does it mean?
That's what I was thinking too.
I'm glad we both were like,
About to die.
ABD?
I mean, pretty much, but about to die is funnier.
About to die is funnier because it doesn't really work as the acronym.
Yeah.
It would be ATD, but they just chose the
I don't
D
know why
for
we
fun.
both. I don't know why we both said because I also thought about to die, so I don't know why we both had that
You know.
that one.
You know.
About to die.
Oh, but Ted, he's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer.
I don't know if he's Christian.
Can you tell us why?
No. And then he walks away. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. No one look at me like that. No one look at me.
I'm looking
What if
away.
what
I'm
if
looking
no one-
away. I'm not looking at you.
I don't believe you. I don't fucking believe you.
How would I look at you?
You know how my brain works, and I know how your eyes work. I know how things go in the world.
I can't visually look at you right now. That's not something I can capable of doing.
I can see it. Then why can I feel it?
Are you gonna read the line?
Maybe. No, I can't. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that he can It's not even. He can get it 10%. Okay. That's my take. I'm not into him, but 10%. There's a little bit of okay,
okay.
Okay.
You just had to take the ramen
You can't tell I'm doing
off.
that little. I'm doing the little shoulder motion. Okay. Yeah.
Because you took the ramen off.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. No. For sure.
Okay.
My people.
Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. And now we can kind of get it. It's weird. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished.
I got a bit more British. I didn't like that.
He takes off the ramen and becomes British, which is a really strange phenomenon.
Let's not do that, maybe.
But you can no, but you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on.
What?
Bullet snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc'd be eager to fiddle with.
You mean...
Took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. Take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
Good news!
She's like, okay, Walkie!
She's like,
guess what?
I got it, guys! I am a doctor now. I printed off this certificate.
Like, hell yeah.
I printed off this certificate from a website I found through Google.
I went to viadoctor.com.
Yeah.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Oh my god, bullets!
Oh my
the
god,
first
bullets!
My Chemical Romance album. Bullets.
Yes, she takes the magic box and the big saw and it's like,
Well, we'll figure it out.
Sorry, I just started thinking about bullets, so that was just me thinking about My Chemical Romance. It's fine. I don't even care at all.
Okay.
Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move.
So many different bullets. So many different bullets.
Right? I'd give him another half a year tops.
Good luck.
But Walkie's operation was already a half year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time.
That's why he's ABD, Apollo. About to die.
About to die.
This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table, listening to I brought you my bullets, you brought me your love.
Maybe he can do both at the same time.
He can.
Did you like vampires? Did you like when I played you vampires from the album?
I did.
That's good. I love 5 minutes of Gerard being like, if I turn into a vampire, you have to fucking kill me. And that's the song. I think that's good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Just great.
Me too. I think it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
We love him. We love a guy who just keeps going.
His best.
How could Dr. Miraktis...
And he's trying.
He's trying.
How could Dr. Miraktis do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave
like, oh,
that
just wait.
bullet in there?
Got a pretty good idea of how he felt. Emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table.
I was trying to find like a way to be like, just like he had my heart in his hands.
Oh God.
There he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
Despair? I'm becoming
About
an
the
echo.
only thing he could do is... About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up.
Back up.
I miss this. I miss doing this.
God.
This is fun.
Twitch is my internet is really playing with fucking fire over here. I'm just watching it briefly drop to 0, and I was like, Jesus Christ, can you hold it together, Twitch?
Your Twitch also is on an operating table right now.
Yeah, we're watching it fucking flatline.
Bleeding out. Yeah, it's bleeding out on the floor.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It seems
fell off
okay.
the operating table. It's on the tile.
Oh
It's
no.
down.
He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
I mean, he probably could have.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that surgeons do that sometimes. They go in there, they start an operation, and they realize we can't do this. But then they do tell the patient, so like that's where the issue really is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The Katakis.
You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear.
So the options were don't tell them and at some point he's just gonna fucking die. Or tell them and they'll get mad but could potentially find another doctor. I guess
I don't know.
would it be better? I wonder if they would have reacted better if they were told immediately, or if they would have freaked out.
You would think. Who knows?
Well, he's dead now anyway, so
So he skips the operation. Walkie's back on the street living his life, or what's left of it. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
Fun. How awful.
Which doctor would they take him to? Practice. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die in orange
Well, he left me at the
text.
altar, so
What? Oh,
I
no.
don't want to get into it.
Okay. Well, we can talk about it next time.
She's like, I'm not letting you get away with that.
We'll
You're
talk about
telling
that next time I buy some noodles.
me.
The darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting, hungry.
I'm also hungry.
She's like, I'm hungry. Let's talk about your marriage with noodles.
She's like, ooh, okay, what do I want today? What do I want?
Do I want extra salt, extra salt?
Do I want to throw in an egg to pretend to be healthy?
Thinking about your ramen. That was good.
I'm
That was
also
good.
fucking thinking about my ramen.
You devoured that. That was
It
that was impressive.
so fun. It's maybe a good thing I don't live close to any ramen places because I would spend all my time and money there. But like the idea of being in close proximity to like good ramen is like so appealing. You know?
If we do either OhioCon and OhioCon or GalaxyCon, since we should probably at least apply for both, maybe depending on like what their things are about like payment and refunds. We can take a look. Like we don't have to right now, but like this summer we should take a look at those. If we do those and you stay at my place,
Ramen.
there's a lot of really cute like little places like that. We should 100% go to. There's a Japanese bakery that we're gonna want to go to. Yeah, no, I went there and literally my thought was like, next time if we do a con in Columbus and Taya comes up, we have to go here. And a ramen place. That'll be what we do which I'm hoping that we can at least do one, because that would be nice.
Yeah.
Plus then we can do it like it won't be in the summer too, so we'll be able to like sell some stuff in like off season. Anyway,
Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, don't matter if you're weak or strong, it'll take you all the same.
spoken only like a man who's been divorced.
You are a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you?
I wish.
Why not? He's about to die. What?
Afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could.
Well, what about a different country?
Maybe not even in the world.
Never mind. So, Wonky.
You seem real lucky to be alive even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart, look at the nurse section.
Yeah, we looked at that before.
Lita Tiala.
Uh-huh. That's right. This operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed.
In orange?
Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense.
A lot of things don't make sense.
She knew her patient was in serious danger. Thinks she want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking? Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala?
That's what I just said.
Get out of my
I'm
head.
in your mind palace. Like, I know what you're, like, I already did that.
She's bouncing around in there.
Save.
Boing, boing, boing.
Boing, boing, boing.
Love that painting of the judge every time I see it.
It's so funny that they were like, you know what this needs? You know what this needs this time? You know what this time we should have in the game?
They're like, we have this wall space. We need to put a painting there. The background artist. And they're like, fuck it. Old man.
Well, because, like, they could have just done what they had in the original ones, but they were like, no, we need to show change.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to find the... I was, like, thinking of this line from Leighton Brothers' Mystery Room, because it was very funny, so I screenshot it and sent it in the chat. And I was trying to find it, and it's just, like... I think it was, like, one of the first lines in the game, and it's just... Thought the lot of them were dead sus, to be honest. There's just something so funny about it. Dead sus. Anyway. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Do you want to take Trucy and I'll take Apollo? And then you take Clav?
Yes. Wait, so I'm
Wait.
Trucy, you're Apollo?
I'm Apollo, you're Trucy. You're Clav and Walkie. That'll be fun. I can't remember who else comes in this day. We'll deal with it as we get to it.
Alright.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
God. Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so not bad.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
3 a.m.?
That's only 2 hours, Apollo.
Yeah, that actually that's really good. That's pretty good for me.
But at least you have me. Polly, we're gonna get you a charged lemonade from Panera Bread.
No, I saw those videos. I saw them. We're not doing that.
We won't get into it now.
I feel like every conversation we have leads back to the Panera charged lemonade now.
I'm just glad that we both agree, like, those are fucking insane.
I feel like you need to make fucking Panera charged lemonade merch. It's becoming part of your brand.
But like, you agree, like, they're fucking, like, you shouldn't be, don't sell those.
Too bad they did it anyway.
I'm gonna get you one.
You would put me in the hospital.
You're too tiny. You would take a sip and just fall
I already
over like
can't
a
handle
cartoon character.
caffeine. Of like a normal coffee.
You would feel woozy just like being in the room with it. You know, like
I could maybe take 2 sips. We could do 2 sips and that would knock me out for a month.
You know, like that clip in the Curtis Connor video for Water Talk where like it's like that glowing one and he's like, I would feel nauseous being in the room with that. That's you.
Hello, JJ. I promise we're gonna play the video game. Ronnie just remembered the Panera charged lemonade, so.
As always, as I do.
Yeah.
And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Here's looking at you, kid.
I was
Apollo.
I didn't realize that voice.
Or is it not? Yeah, no.
Yay! Yippee! Thank you, JJ. JJ enables me like no other.
We already don't play this game. The fact that this is as far as we've gotten is nuts.
Batting my eyes. Phoenix, I missed him. I'm sorry I started drawing a lot of other men from a different franchise. I promise I'll get to my lips of you eventually, sweetie pie. Ugh. He's so... And I missed him. What can I say?
I know.
There you go. Get any sleep? Thinking about when... This isn't Spider-Voice spoilers. Thinking about when we were at the con and I like admitted like, oh yeah, I've always been... Listen, JJ, I watched Spider-Verse. You already know what that means for me specifically. But unrelated to new men, new man even. Thinking about the con when I made a one-off about how I was into Peter B, and like you were like confused for a second, then we're like, why did that surprise me? And I was like, why did that surprise you? He's Phoenix adjacent.
Yeah, clearly.
Giggle.
Mr. Right. No worries, JJ. Literally same.
Don't worry. I am also not, if I ever mention it, all I've said publicly that isn't like spoiler tagged besides like art I post, which I do tag on Tumblr, has just been me being like, wow, movie of the century. I haven't said anything in the stream so far that's like spoilers. Villa, I have hoodies like it, partially because I cosplayed Phoenix a few times. They are so comfy. It's going out of my mind with boredom, so signed myself out earlier today. I decided I wasn't injured anymore.
I decided that was enough for the insurance company.
Yeah. I decided that I was done. I got bored of it.
I watched all the movies Maya gave me, so I'm back.
She asked for an 8-page essay and I didn't want to write it, so I left.
I'm procrastinating. Somehow, that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
Apollo's like, should I leave? Do you need me here?
Nope.
How about Little Plum?
That Sherman tank of a mom. Hello. Nope. Guess again. I miss looking at him so much.
I needed to know what a Sherman tank was, sorry.
It's too bad. Speaking of moms.
I would fucking love Little Plum testimony. That would be fun.
Right?
You need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
It's barely morning and you're at it already. I love when they just are putting on an act. I love when they're just lying. I love a lie.
And Apollo is literally just like the man standing emoji right now. Like
Phoenix literally has like 3 iMessage notifications from Edgeworth from like last week that he just never opened that are like on his phone right now.
And Trucy like is just like, okay, Trucy's like over here hamming it up, and Apollo's like, this is a murder trial.
Phoenix is like, not to me. I don't have to worry about it.
That's not my job.
It's your murder trial, not mine.
Good luck.
Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship.
That was me. I'm Apollo now. It's just, Ronnie's just gonna voice everyone from now on, apparently.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't even realize.
So, Mr. Right. Do you know who the prosecution's witness is?
1 second. I accidentally, muted. There we go. I pressed the button on my earbuds by mistake, and it, made everything not making noise anymore, and I got scared.
Oops.
I got scared and confused.
I kind of am obsessed with the idea that Trucy has, a little sound box on her, and one of them is, audience laughter.
Yeah, she 100% does.
And so her and Phoenix will be talking back and forth, and then she'll just, hit, a rim shot.
Apollo would be a really good IT guy.
she'll just say something and, hit the audience applause button, and Apollo's like, do you need to fucking do that? And she's like, yes. It's part of my quirky, wondrous charm.
I think that's beautiful. Lita Tiala, your client's fiance.
She's going to be a witness?
That seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
I know you don't have to testify against spouses, but I'm assuming that's not true unless you're like, if you're not married. I have to sneeze.
Yeah. I have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Gesundheit.
I thought I was gonna sneeze again, but I didn't. Something's going down today. That much is clear.
All right, Captain Obvious, but don't worry. I got my jorts back.
Get out of my
So
head!
I don't really care what happens now. We can't find a killer. I'll pull one out of there.
Why do you have a killer in there? Not the killer.
You know.
The killer.
Killer.
Anyway, June 17th.
Still, like, that's still one of like the jokes of all time. Like outside, like not just like Twitter or like a funny YouTube. Like that's just one of the jokes in the world to me.
It's so funny. I love to reference it.
The killer.
July
So the
17th,
killer
10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie-Kataki.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house.
God damn it. We should have played this more recently so I could have, me trying to come up with, like, fucking captions for the Gaviner zine. Like, fuck, what do I know about music?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, transcripts do exist on the internet.
And I didn't think to look it up, so...
God, you want to talk about guys I missed? I'm like, wow, Clavier Gavin, he's here. If anyone's curious about the behind the scenes of Ronnie Starjuicebox, I have the most Clavier whips right now. I have like 3 Spider-Verse whips that I just like, I don't know when I'll get those done. I just had to like put things down on my iPad. But I have like a truckload of Clavier from like the past year that I just have to make happen eventually.
I like him.
Very well, to recap.
While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, and we all did not like him. Guilty of jort snatching. We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
Correct, Air Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to take a look at this horrible crime from the outside.
No, Jader's internet. The outside.
The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act.
I like how my brain was like, oh, like when you do class outside? I'm tired.
Our poor defendant sold all, you see, to his betrothed.
His betrothed?
His beetroot? You want fucking beetroot? Ingredients.
Ingredients.
I love that one. Beetroot? You want fucking beetroot? His fiance, our judge, his partner for life, with no chance for parole, out now, today, on all streaming services.
Very well, you may show the, lucky lady to the stand.
Her smile is already so fucking menacing.
Yeah.
Your name and occupation, Fraulein.
Her voice is gonna change. It's not gonna be the same as last time because I don't remember what it
That's
was.
okay.
Alita Tiala, my occupation is future wife.
Me in a boy way when I look at Clavier Gavin. And that was a really good joke that I made. So.
Cool.
Also, really fucking insane text box here.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Judge, the judge. Get off the pipeline, King.
Traditional values, I respect that. Too many brides these days.
Forgot about this
Not
bit.
the underwater basket weaving.
I remember it now. I forgot about it though.
Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater.
What was your wedding like, King? I need to know.
Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution?
I mean, honestly, that probably is pretty traditional. Probably happened a lot.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first.
Also, your voice sounds the same. You're good.
Cool. I'm glad you remember, because I don't. But
I like it.
I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait.
Just like underwater basket weaving.
My two favorite things. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime... you know what, she does have that like Pokemon trainer like thing with her, like that. She does have a bit of Pokemon swag.
For sure.
The defendant, Vaki Kataki, confessed his plans. His plans for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court.
I love how she's like, my occupation is future wife, but also I will tell you that my fiance murdered someone. Like,
she's here for the drama.
Can you get married if one of you is in jail? Things I haven't considered.
I feel like you can, maybe. Well, because I mean, like, I don't know. Because I mean, is there any law that says you can't? Like, I mean, like maybe you have to do the paperwork through the prison.
Yeah.
But like, I'm assuming as long as you can't, you probably can't. I know that sometimes people do like get leave to go to like funerals or stuff while they're in jail, like for family members. But I don't know if that would fall under like.
I don't know.
That. I'm googling that really quick while you read her thing.
All right. It was the day that the family's health checkup results came back. When Lucky found out that Dr. Miraktis lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
Yes, you can get married while you're in prison. In fact, there are very few restrictions. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that prisoners have a fundamental right to marry in 1987 in a case called and it crops off.
Cool. Good to know.
It looks like you have to do a lot of paperwork, and again, like, I don't know if you can necessarily leave, but as long as you, like, can make the requests the right way, and you don't just, like...
Fundamentally, you don't actually have to, like, you want to boil it down to something not romantic. All a marriage is paperwork. Like,
pretty
legally.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it seems like it's, like, as long as you just fill out some forms, and I think it says, like, there's more explanation. Like, for example, it looks like you're like the authorities in the prison have to like go over the specifications of your sentence to your fiance, like in terms of like your parole and like when you'll be out, if you'll be out.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's more like discussion that's required legally, but like otherwise it looks like you can.
Cool.
So the pistol did belong to the Kataki family then.
I'm happy you're celebrating, JJ. Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kataki mansion. Also, don't ask me why I sometimes like do certain German accent things and then sometimes don't. It's because I forget.
Great.
Next question. It's hard to remember all of them at once, every sentence. On charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it?
Fired from the pistols the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks.
They're like the fingerprints of a gun, even, you might say.
Yeah.
Rifling marks?
Yeah, there it is, there it is!
Yeah! Let's fucking go!
There it is!
Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints.
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprints, left on every bullet it fires.
Is this how they teach, like, ballistics in Japanifornia? You sit down in class and they're just like, they're the fingerprints of the gun.
And then they don't explain anything else.
They're like, that's the class, that's the lesson.
They don't tell you, like, how they form, like, what they look like. They're just like, they do exist. Anyway.
They're the fingerprints of the gun, and that's all you need to know.
So don't worry about it. You'll know when you see it, kids.
You'll get it, don't worry.
Yeah, you'll pick it up quick.
And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. defense may begin the cross-examination.
Awesome, because I don't know what the fuck to do, so give me a sec.
Wait.
Alright, it was the day that the family checkup results came back. He flew into a rage. Teacher me check on the family's business. You already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it. Okay, I don't want to actually present anything, I just want to look at what we have. Because we do have the evidence of her being at the scene. 2 were fired. Fingerprints wiped. Sorry, I'm just like trying to, you know. Found, oh, this matched to this one, and those are her stickers, her stickers. A red stain on the cord. I feel like we have to press something and not present something first, but I truly don't know. Let's just start pressing things. That was the day of the murder, correct? Ugh, my Apollo voice is struggling. Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Walkie looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out that he had a bullet in his chest.
Clearly he had not gone through any sort of metal detecting thing before. So,
yeah, no
you
TSA
were there
experience.
At the time? Yes. Poor Walkie. Okay, that gave us fucking nothing. That must have been, quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Your facial expression did not match that, girly pop.
She's like, it was exciting.
I kind of love it. It was kind of like, ooh.
It was like
anger.
a little, like, you know. Apollo's
like,
like,
I don't.
no.
No, I don't. And Trixie's like, come on, Apollo, you know. And he's like, no, I don't.
He's like, do you know? And she's like, obviously.
She does not know.
She has no idea what's happening.
Oh, she doesn't at all. She just is like, you know, Apollo. And he's like, no, he's like, you don't know. No one knows.
None of us know. Clavier's like, I know.
Yeah, Clavier knows. Clavier's like, ooh, you got all angry, huh? He's like, I like them angry. Like, cut over to Apollo, like fuming.
It's like, can we fucking go back to the trial?
I wish I had my iPad like in my hands right now. I'd be sketching. I want like this is a comic. This is a comic right here. I'm happy that we were on the same page. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. Bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint.
Fucking congratulations.
Yeah, he's like, I did my job, and I was so like happy about it. And I
like,
didn't
is
throw
anyone
hissy fit
proud
at
of
all.
me? Are you all proud of me? It's like
he's like, I made it through he's like, I made it through paperwork without killing myself.
Isn't that so cool?
Which,
of me?
you know what? To be fair, that's real. That's real, actually.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't complain once. Are you proud of me?
That was me doing my taxes or like doing
God.
the FAFSA or any of that. Like, to be fair, I am like, I did it. Yay.
Maybe Clav
and
is right
I didn't
here.
even kill anyone.
Maybe Clav is actually right here.
Yeah, you know what, I know we were just, you know what, the more I think about it, I'm like, you know what, he's kind of real for that.
Yeah, literally. Also, this is also an insane line. Walkie's at an age.
Girl, you're his age.
Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
You know. Great cast we got here.
She's 21. And he's 19. Like
I
girl,
guess,
he's
like
19.
Also you could
They
could be in the same college, you know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's so funny that she's like, he's at that age. It's like,
no, JJ,
19?
I understand.
Aw, I'm sorry, JJ. I'm sorry about your internet. Yeah, have a good night. Of course, that. I already read
blowing
that.
you kisses.
Great. Now he sounds like a psychopath. Teaching me said I'm pressing all of them because I don't know what I'm doing. I hope that helps. So, is it easy to take a pistol from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access.
Nate's yelling at me for not reminding them that we were streaming.
Oh. But Walkie's a special case, being next in line.
1 second, let me reply really quick. I just saw in like my Discord notice, Ronnie, traitor. And I was like, what'd I do? What'd I do? You're doing great with that.
Thanks.
Nate's pissed at me. I have the memory of Percy Jackson after being bonked in the head by Hera's amnesia.
Oh,
Alright.
mood.
I guess that means Nate's gonna be here soon.
Got it.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled.
Leave me
I hear he
alone.
got amazing presents for his birthday. Hello, Nate.
I
Last
didn't
year
mean
was
to. I thought you would remember.
Last year was a switchblade made of chewing gum and a chocolate
Taya
gravestone.
didn't tell you either. Why didn't you? All right, why is Taya not a traitor?
I didn't know I was supposed to tell anyone.
It's because I told Nate last time, maybe.
No. Sounds like he has a
I made a
taste
joke
for
about a
sweets
stream.
and danger.
Point here being that Walkie had access to a pistol.
And you already know what happened that night. No, I don't.
You know.
What happened? Meaning the murder? I tried to stop him. I really did. But Walkie
She
wouldn't
is,
listen.
Alita is Walkie's
Fiance. His
fiance
betrayed.
who she knew that she's
also a nurse.
it's clear that she's suspicious. She was the nurse. She was a nurse who okay, yeah, that's fair. I worry about Taya being overworked like every day of my life.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it. So, but anyway, Alita is Walkie, the defendant's fiance, who was a nurse at the time that they met. And she has suspicious motives, and she has been found leaving stuff near the scene of some crimes because it is weird because she knew before anyone else did that he was at death's door, and then told him, "If
Not
you
at all.
marry me as
Yes.
soon as you."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. And she said, and she said, what if you marry? She said, like, she was like, what was it exactly? Like, once you're out of this hospital, you have to marry me or something if you want to be with me. And yeah. So that's her thing. She's sus right now.
Dead sus.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
How can you say that for certain? How? Long arm.
Is he on the fridge right now? I can't look.
He is, yeah.
All right, good.
Her forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, Walkie, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now.
Suppose we do.
So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They cannot. Simple logic, yeah?
Does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point?
Would someone else have used that pistol? I'm pretty sure there was another. Like, if it had to be Walkie, that makes no sense. But, like, let me just do a save. Because it said the pistol had the fingerprints wiped off. Based on your testimony, there was clearly one other person who had access to that pistol.
What's this? What's this?
What's this?
But these?
What's this?
Interesting. Let's ask the defense then.
Uh-oh.
Tell the court who this other person with access was.
Seriously, right. She would find a way in.
Don't actually know the answer. They asked me and I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, his dad, technically, right? But is that the answer they want? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't... Is it James Charles?
I don't think it's James Charles.
Hmm.
Is it James Charles?
Hmm. Oh, sisters. Taya watching me at the con, like, whip out my gigantic-ass James Charles palette from high school. Because here's the thing. I know that, like, makeup expires and, like... But the thing is that when people say makeup expires, like, a lot of times companies, I know, probably, like, stress that to be like, you need to get new makeup. All it means is that the, like, antibacterial, like, coatings on it have worn out, meaning, like, it's more prone to, like, bacteria that you get on it, like, staying there. It doesn't mean that the makeup is, like, inherently going to hurt you. That's a fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's something really... If it's something really old that you don't use, you should toss it, but it really just means, like, if you get bacteria on it, there is nothing to, like, remove it.
Yeah, I heard there's, like, a few, like, specifically stuff you use, like, on your lips and I think eyelashes that you should probably go through regularly.
Like an 8-year-old mascara could be dodgy.
Yeah, but that's because it's going, like, near your eyes and mouth.
Yeah. And the thing with eyeshadow palettes is that they are expensive. But anyway, before James Charles should happen, and also just because I needed, like, a bright rainbow eyeshadow palette, when I was, like, 16 or 17 in high school, I got the James Charles Morphe palette. And, like, obviously, I'm not, like, happy that I own it, but also, like, I haven't even hit pan on any of the colors because it's so huge and you have so much of every color. And I don't do makeup a ton, and when I do, it's, like, usually, like, really grungy looks, and the black pan is, like, huge compared to the color ones, so, like, it'll probably be another, like, 3 years before I even, like, start to remotely, like, use any of it up, so and I don't have any smaller versions of it, so whenever I need to bring a lot of makeup, I would just whip out my giant-ass James Charles palette, and that's how I get by.
Valid.
Ronnie Lore.
I figured it was, her because she's, you know... but also because I don't actually think do either of his parents like actually testify, so you know. Well, of course, I mean you, Ms. Tiala. Me?
I mean to pin a message. I just realized I did that.
Why? Oh yeah, I saw that. I assumed you meant to. You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed the man in cold blood on his behalf? Standing. Girls when they stand. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this
Does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure.
I'm all for romance and he's like, I'm all for feminism.
I'm all for supporting your partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder.
I like how he says hesitate.
I'd hope you do more than hesitate.
He's like, my wife tells me enough times.
But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think?
Not say it's Drucy. I don't want to be called a traitor again.
I'm starting to think the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness and Miss Tiala. No, between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. Adding words. There we go.
That looks like a medical chart.
Found inside a safe at the miraktis clinic. I'd like to
I need
draw
a sticker that says, like, after I get top surgery, I need to have a sticker that says, I got top surgery at the miraktis clinic.
Perfect. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. Of what?
I do have a pin in my Etsy wish list where like some back in the like craze of like we all need to make vampire Pool Boy the Vampire Mansion shit. There's a pin that I have in my wish list which says I got top surgery at the Vampire Mansion, which that'll probably be an impulse buy. Just
What? Ms. Diallo, why is your name on this chart?
She's sweaty now.
Oh, very sweaty.
Well, she's drowning.
Care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at the clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Ms. Diallo, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
I'm gay. He's like, I'm gay, so... so, let's start there.
That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all.
There's no connection until now doesn't fly in a court of law. And we're not talking about my love life.
Yeah, I forgot she was talking to the judge and not Apollo. I didn't mean to headcanon the judge is gay.
Well, too late. You already did it. You actually gave him
whatever.
a wife earlier, so he's bi. Whoa,
Maybe
he's
she's a
bisexual.
beard, I guess.
I didn't know that.
Haha, one.
Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the miraktis clinic, true, but you remained connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the miraktis clinic.
I'm assuming the shoes.
I'm also assuming the shoes, but I am gonna save.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Let's go with hers. You know, it might be one of those situations where you can present either of them, but I'm gonna go with hers because they were found there. Because the others are found at the scene of the crime, so that connects her to the scene of the crime, not the clinic. Okay. These sandals were found in the miraktis clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Foundline, but your act isn't working. I love when he just, is on Apollo's side. It's fun. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints? And that according to your fiance, you have mad little feet.
They're like ballistic markings, which are the fingerprints of the gun.
Toe prints are like the toe prints of a gun.
These games are stupid.
Mentally, we're rolling around on your floor together right now. You know, like when you're laughing, you just have to be horizontal. That's us right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're bumping into each other.
Yeah.
A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
So
Your
we
mad
do-
little toe prints.
So we do need you to take your shoes off and just press your toe in some ink for
Show
us.
us those mad little feet, girl.
God. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted to help you get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about walking and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found at the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well, this witness will tell us about the visit. Why did you go to the miraktis clinic that day?
The miraktis clinic. I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always had a Whoa. Not had. It's not the right word. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistakes. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
By mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation?
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. That's such a weird connection of words.
Right?
Like, wait, do you hate small men? Do you hate small, timid men?
That's Clavier. He's like, what do you mean? You don't like small men?
I just thought
You
I
mean
should let
it?
him know, you know?
You know?
You know?
That's the inside joke of this video. It's just, you know?
You know?
That does make sense, does it?
Yes, but there's still one thing which does not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
Oh, I'm yawning so much.
Now you're making me yawn.
Too bad. Take them away.
No, I don't want him. The sandals. Wrong voice.
The sandals left. The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home, and they're very cute.
I would have worn those sandals home.
I wish we could just draw Clavier and the judge wearing the sandals.
Apollo's like, I would break my ankle. I'm not wearing those sandals.
They would look really cute with Trucy. She would make an
Uh-huh.
outfit work with them.
Yeah.
They're her color.
So true.
So why were the sandals left behind?
Yeah, fucking weird thing to do.
Just be like, I don't need these anymore. Bye-bye.
He pointed out the contradiction before me.
My shoes are too expensive to do that with.
There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Ms. Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there that she wore home by mistake.
Why would you leave your other sandals there? Did you, like, bring home... Whatever. Like, if you're thinking, like, that is what happened, like, why did she leave sandals there in the first place? Just carry them both.
Yeah.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no possible explanation, yeah, forehead?
Oh, what the... No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony. That's not allowed. It might be allowed, I don't know.
Sorry, I was looking at my friend's Emmy cosplay. It's really good. Off topic, I was just like, Emmy.
Emmy.
Emmy. Emmy.
Emmy.
Emmy.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Ooh.
Emmy.
Oh, thank you for following Cruel Streamer's thesis. I can read words. I'm so good at reading.
We're so good at reading.
So good at reading when almost all the games I play are reading based. Around
You were
what
talking to
time
me.
did you go to the
I would-
clinic?
I would become fully Catholic again for that.
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Miraktis in half a year. Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day?
Doesn't she literally say later in this that she... The thing is,
Oh,
though,
holy shit.
because,
Sorry, I just saw like a really cool pair of shoes. I'll show you later.
But then you'd be betraying Walkie, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him, for us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah?
Sorry, I needed a drink. I didn't
All
want
good.
them to take my walkie away.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. Did you want Dr. Miraktis to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop walkie, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why'd go in person? Who has that kind of time?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember?
No. Oh, right.
He was busy hitting dilfs with his car.
Yeah. Oops.
He calls his car the daddy downer. he sees a dad and he floors it.
God.
This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor and how small and timid and pathetic he was. The doctor always was a small, timid, cowardly little man.
3 inches tall.
You mean that active
he was a microorganism.
Microorganism?
Yeah, yeah.
You mean that active malpractice on walkie, correct?
If he had just told Walkie the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh. Of course, if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier. You know what I mean.
A disturbing thought.
We know that the Miraktis Clinic had ties to the Kataki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. Also, like, I know it's because she's like, why would I hide that? But there's just something about so funny about, I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Like, girl who asked.
Me when I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
No dark secrets, eh? I literally didn't ask.
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. I have to tell him to be careful. We already did that one, didn't we? Shit.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if this is the time to do this, though. You know?
I'm not sure. I forget.
I don't know if this is it, but I want to present it and see what happens. It might not go well. So. Yeah, no. That's, no. Where'd I have gone? Where'd I have gone?
I was gonna say, I think it was that, but I
Oh,
didn't want
thank
to, like,
God.
tell you that. I thought it was, I just didn't want to say it and, like, be wrong. I hate when I'm wrong. I hate when I'm not right all the time.
No.
This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes?
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Diala, you know why it was, don't you?
Mind filling me in?
Dr. Miraktis didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away.
That's a doctor.
Yeah, really.
All right.
You're really adding to the
Alright.
conversation here. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation.
Interesting.
You were in the same position as Dr. Miraktis. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it?
You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, since you must know, I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important.
Stop it. It makes me yawn.
Sorry.
Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Yeah, sure. Too bad, little attorney.
Oh, what the fuck? Who turned the lights out? My bracelet's reacting again.
What is it,
The
Apollo?
lights are gone. I felt my bracelet vibrate just now.
Your bracelet?
Just like yesterday, like you said. Oh no.
Hmm.
No, it was Trucy. Whatever.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
What are you talking about? Then what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo.
My senses are going to bed.
They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
What does that mean? I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
He says, lying.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Ms. Diala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes
Yeah,
and your
no
senses.
shit. And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. I also never thought I'd be saying that, so, you know. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony.
Wee! Ah. I feel like I'm like not in the right spot. Oh, hold on. It's this ring, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, I can't figure out exactly which part of the
Sorry,
hand it is.
I did actually remember that one. I just looked away for a second, then I looked back and I was like, yeah.
But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Ms. Tiala, you have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
This, I don't think, holds up in court anymore.
It doesn't.
What? She was unsure, I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't part of your past, it was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. If that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence, and hopefully faster, because I don't like the spinning. Ms. Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Nothing. Why would I think anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself, because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free, when the chart came back to haunt you.
Eek!
Girls, when they say eek.
Oh god, thank god it stopped spinning.
Oh no.
Oh, the video
Man,
games.
you gotta I would try, if you can, I would definitely try to see someone.
The video games.
That's all, Your Honor.
Oof.
What just happened?
Don't worry, it was totally illegal.
Okay. Did the witness just admit to lying?
I sensed it.
Sure you did.
Not whatever way you did, but there was a great aura emanating from their foreheads.
I love the... I'm thinking of the drawing with his eyes bulging. So...
Yeah, oh, me too. Oh,
so
me
Clav
too.
is like,
I
there
think
was
about it
a
every day.
great aura. And the reality is he's just watching Apollo for like minutes at a time with these huge eyes, like...
He's got face
bugging
eyes.
out.
He's got fey eyes.
Literally. And Clav is trying to figure out a nice way to be like, you looked nuts. And he's just like, there was an aura. Yeah.
Yeah, he had vibes.
The vibe. There were great vibes, and Trucy
Now
is
I'm
just
thinking
like,
about Fei-Fei's bug eyes. You have to let me come over. I need to see her bug eyes.
which one of the, can you see them in the emote? You can't really see them in the emote.
Ah! In
The
wet
one where
Faye.
she's sopping wet.
Yeah, wet Fei. I love that one. She's so sad looking. I am allowed to come up for the week, right?
Yeah.
At least at some point. Good. I'm just gonna push you aside and be like, I need to see your little freak. Out of the way. This fucking bit. Very cool. Love how you saw Apollo like absolutely bugged out and was like, wow. Cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems.
That's correct. My eyes hurt. She said she had no connection to the miraktis clinic.
I'm actually living Apollo's experience right now because I think he also has a migraine and feels nauseous.
Oh yeah, he 100% feels
And he's
like
being
shit after
so brave right now about it.
No, for real. I'm with you.
She said she had no connection to the miraktis clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Katakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Diala?
You guessed it. Should've just fucking shredded that thing.
I had a burp, sorry. If you care.
Got it.
Order! Order! I don't want to shout.
I did it. I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you.
Wait.
Miss Tiala?
It's true. That chart was bad news for me. And that's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home.
Long arm.
It appears this cross-examination is far from over.
What?
She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet... It's not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Okay. Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination.
I like to think he's like, I guess we'll do it. I really wanted to have lunch.
Oh, I was so close.
You're still close. I was in your mind palace again. Don't worry about that. Keep on her, Apollo.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, because sometimes blue text is in your head, and sometimes it's whispering,
I just
and
think
it's
she's in
really,
his mind.
It's really unclear when it's a whisper and when it's like a mutter, like a whisper mutter, like under the breath kind of deal, and when it's like in their head, like it's really hard to tell because it switches. Because sometimes they
I
aren't
really
saying
just
it out
think she's
loud.
in his head.
But I choose to just believe that various characters are like in their brains. Like I think Maya's like constantly in Phoenix's brain, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of there! Stop rummaging around in my shit." You know?
Yeah. 1 second.
Nothing happened at all. I warned him, and then. Oh wait, that's the one we need to.
How did Dr. Miraktis respond to the warning?
Oh,
I have to go downstairs really quick so I can make less noise. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Oh, he was.
So you can keep going. I'll be muted for like 2 minutes.
Got it. Oh, he was quite surprised, panicked even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kataki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this courtroom.
I forgot how to read.
Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hatzer.
After which I carried you back to your chambers. I don't know how to do a German accent, so we're not gonna do it.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in Dr. Miraktis' office that day. Huh.
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened. Orange text in that office, Apollo.
I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway. Who cares?
There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast.
Clav is so strong. Okay, this one is definitely the bullet, though.
Okay, I am back. I might be a bit more quiet, but I am downstairs now.
Okay.
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? It looks like a squashed up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually.
Okay, rude. This bullet was found in the Miraktis Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Diala.
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
But this was stuck inside the doctor's safe.
Inside the safe?
Don't ask how we got in there.
I guess the police didn't check that far.
But there is a problem.
Clav is like, that's illegal. You can't go breaking into people's safes.
You can't just do that. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The fingerprints of the gun? The pistol was taken from the Kataki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in the office on the day of the murder.
Not bad there, forehead.
Thanks.
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately.
Fade to black. 30 minutes later, a report arrives.
The rifling marks on both bullets are identical.
Great job, everyone.
Awesome.
Well, seems as though the bullet to the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position?
The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. At the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart.
Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Miraktis? In order to open the safe?
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Order! Order! I can't yell right now. Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness?
Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination?
What?
That reminds me. Apparently, the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will.
Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune?
Lol.
Hey.
You keep talking trash. Keep talking trash about my Alita.
Oh, I do that with him no matter what. It's just, I literally was thinking about that today, about how I can't tone down it's every day is Man Whore Monday for Clavier when I voice him. And that's just kind of how we have to be. But also, I do have to be kind of quiet right now, because people are going to bed. So, yeah, he'll be It is. I'm not denying it. It is because I like him. That's why. Why do you think Phoenix is also in my lower register? Because I like that.
And I'll sue you, lawyer man.
Why are we in 4th grade? In the chat.
Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita.
I think you mean accuse.
Same difference. We can't have her. She's mine.
Okay.
It was me. I shot that doctor. Me.
There is no shame. That's why I'm shameless about it. Giggle. Tee. I'm twirling my hair.
He left me to die, so I left him to die too.
Milwaukee, don't. No.
You know what this has the vibes of?
But
Have you seen that Dropout clip?
which one? Actually, no, because I don't think I haven't seen much Dropout stuff. Sadly, I've seen
You've
college
probably
humor,
seen
like,
this
their
one
college
because
humor,
it goes
but-
around all the time, and I've been every time I see it, I'm like, I don't know which characters to draw this with, but I want to draw them so bad. And it's like, a defendant interrupts his lawyer in like the closing remarks, and Brennan does this whole long like.
Oh,
The state
no,
has
I've seen those
been-
clips on TikTok. Yeah.
The state has been using up circumstantial evidence to prove blah blah blah. It's like 30-40 seconds, and then he's just talking, and he's like trying to prove that my client did it, and then Zach just goes, yeah, I shot him. It's so funny. Every time it comes across, I'm like, okay, who could this be? And JJ gave me a few options, and maybe one day I'll finally draw it.
Yay!
Because it's so iconic. It's so good. Thank you, Nate. I've been thinking about getting a Dropout subscription because like I really like their stuff. And I like the first season of Fantasy High. I just don't have time to watch their 10 million different
D20.
D20s.
Yeah.
But I still want to watch
I was a fan of them back in the, I remember watching a lot of their stuff back in the College Humor days, all their shorts before College Humor went under.
Yeah.
So I am a big fan of Zach and Brendan, Katie, and Grant and all of them. I just happened, like Emily, I just happened to like see a lot of the older stuff. So if people reference their older skits, I'm like, oh my god, I love that one. But I'm not as, I haven't been as caught up on Reika. I love
I didn't, I think I just saw them, like, I saw College Humor in passing, so I didn't really see stuff, but, like, I watched Fantasy High, the first one, and I really, really liked it, so I have to watch sophomore year, but I know there's, like, 80 million D&D ones now, but I've seen lots of Game Changer clips, and I'm like, I have to watch this show, but I think I'd probably need a subscription.
We should watch it if I'm at your place for we can be like our nighttime, dinner time.
I just have
show.
to like commit to paying for a subscription, so I'll get back to you on that one. Anyway, that's just what I was thinking of because I love
only tossing it out there.
I enjoy seeing dropout clips.
I just love Brennan. I mean, like we all do, but
my favorite new tweet that everyone is able to use is Hank Green. His tweet is like,
oh my god,
that's like please never tell Brennan how hot I think he is. It's so funny.
The thing is, he's really right. He's really right. Like he is. Oh my god, you got tip. You got money.
Oh my god, thank you. We should play the game.
We got money for talking about how hot Brennan Lee Mulligan is.
Anyway,
the Brennan bucks is what we should call him.
Anyway,
I'm glad. Thank you, Paul. I'm glad you thought. Reika is so fun. Keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll.
I'm glad you think we're doing great. Is this Alita?
Tea.
Yeah.
What if she just go? She's like, I want tea.
Tea.
I think it'd be funny if she didn't know the second part of the word tea, so she just kept going tea tea tea
tea tea tea tea tea tea.
Miss Chiala?
I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny?
Walkie. Wake up and smell reality.
Alita baby?
The signature on the chart.
Are they both standing up there?
It works a lot better in DGS and versus when they just make the bench like longer so they can just like slide back and forth instead of fading them in and out in this tiny section, you know? I just like try to imagine them standing next to each other. The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita. My girl with the bad toes.
Shut the fuck up.
I just can't stop thinking about how insane that line is. Wonky katonky. Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So the family fortune is what you're really after?
That's right. I wanted the money.
No way, that's whack. I ain't trying to hear that.
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me?
Accuse.
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
Wait, but...
What are you talking about?
Trucy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found.
But I didn't have a pistol, now did I?
Well, you could have taken walkies.
You think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say was, "It was me, I shot him."
That's only because he's trying to protect you.
Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe. But then, wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Oh.
You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe.
Hack.
Girls
I
who
couldn't
say
do that quietly.
eek and ack.
Girl.
Eekak.
He's right.
Miss Giala.
Yes.
It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé.
Thank you. Oh, I'm flattered. See, this is what I mean about me just making jokes and then the game is like, gotcha.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth.
No.
Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day.
Oh. That's the judge.
Don't forget DL6.
Wait. I think that was just labeled wrong.
Huh.
I think
yeah.
that was supposed to be Apollo. Well, that's why I started to read it, because usually when they switch, they... Oh, whatever.
Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the miraktis clinic on the day of the crime.
The miraktis clinic. 2. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Miraktis was shot in the temple or not. What does that have to do with anything that she was saying?
They were like, okay, we need to like move the case along, so let's just have her talk.
Just have her
do more
add
plot.
that onto the end.
You went back later?
That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Miraktis was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
That was you?
Yeah, blah 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 blah. This isn't funny, so it doesn't get to. We don't get to read it.
Yeah.
It's not a funny
We
fact.
can't make a goof. No goof.
It's not a lettuce, Mr. Lettuce.
It's not.
Mr.
It's not
Lettuce.
lettuce. It's not a lettuce.
So you were the burglar.
The burglarer?
The burglar. You were the burglar.
That was you two? If only I had one more minute, then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing and brazen at that.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing I've done. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing
What
now?
if she had? She's like, I thought I shot a guy.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know?
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination.
Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, eh?
Aye. So I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted the chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. I didn't shoot him. You don't have any proof I stole the pistol.
Yeah, but...
But what? You have nothing to say. The case is over. It was over the moment that Brad was seen in the park. What's the point of dragging it out any further? Okay.
But you could have stolen it.
Could have. Is this some new definition of proof?
We'll ask Walkie, he'll tell us.
Might I remind you that this is a cross-examination?
You may not.
You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself.
He's right, isn't he?
Oh wait, I already did that one. Sorry, I thought it was the last one I did. Blah 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 blah.
The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we?
I fucking guess.
If the killer shot from this location, the bullets would have struck our victim square in the forehead, kind of like yours.
Shut up.
However, the entry wound was in the right temple.
Oh,
Yes, we heard testimony on
scare.
this yesterday.
Literally.
At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot.
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious jort snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north next to the trash can where he dossed those jorts. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple.
silly, silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast this morning?
Do you remember, Tracy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast.
That's it?
Girl, eat more. You're growing.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say
gotta
you're a
eat
growing
more.
girl. Have some more food, girlie.
Yeah, like you can do that shit. I do that shit in college, not now.
Get yourself a bowl of cereal. Get yourself some Eggo waffles.
Literally, she would devour a strawberry Eggo waffle.
I think not only that, I think sometimes she just eats them frozen.
Oh, she would. I've done that.
Mm-hmm. Phoenix like comes in and he's like, "Hey, Truce, are you ready for school?" And she's just like crouched on the floor eating a frozen waffle because she's
She's like, Daddy. She's like, there's no time.
because she's 15 and that's how it is sometimes.
That literally is how it is sometimes.
What
You
matters
know, like
is
that. You know, like that anime girl thing where they're like running late for school with a slice of bread in their mouth. It's that, but it's a frozen Eggo waffle.
It's so real. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The Jorts guy was mistaken.
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Then why don't you show us, our forehead?
Show you? What?
Must I explain everything? Very well.
You don't
Let's
have to.
recap.
You don't have to. I get it. I get it. I can.
If the witness, George's guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim?
Wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple?
I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show it. Sorry, Nate just sent me the most insane fucking message.
Okay.
Can't wait to get yelled at about that. If you can, that is.
Walkie-talkie was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Stickler at the witness mark, and of course, Pal Miraktis was at the victim mark.
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim?
Someplace else, right?
Yeah, at someplace else,
gotta
'cause
be
we know where she was.
Yeah.
You know where she was, right?
I think so.
As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
And no, Nate, I was talking about the other one. Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't see
No,
any other place.
I'm fighting for my life.
Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
It's time to face the room and the stakes.
What?
Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think?
Yeah, that's why I keep saving.
But what if they were a bit more terrifying?
This is a place of law. You can't just change the rules. It's not allowed.
Like so.
The double penalty.
He's
You
like,
can't do that!
You're not the judge. Baby girl, that's not your job.
Our forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead.
Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Nope, that still sounded. Nope, that didn't work.
Are you sure, Apollo?
About that catchphrase, not really. The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. I believe we all owe a grit of
Gratitude? What is happening?
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning.
Oh god, here we are. Here we are.
Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw two men.
Oh god.
He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand.
Order! I can't shout right now. So you're saying... the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Miraktis, came to the park, revealing his own murderer in the cart behind him.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Yeah, Nate, that's your fault for DMing me that. Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. Whatever, I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring your DMs until we're done with this. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Clap here, Gavin. I'm like strangling him with my hands. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand.
Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand?
Is it the fucking slippers now? Genuinely don't remember.
What was it? Was it the slippers because of the footprints? Sorry, I cut. My Wi-Fi was weird. Was it the slippers because the
I think it has to be, right?
Because like we had the leaf. I don't know. Maybe save, but
I've got it right here.
Intriguing. Let's see what you got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand.
The Miraktis Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene.
and
A single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. Ugh. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Eek!
yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Yes. Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on cobblestone path.
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah?
That's not the point.
Yeah, I know, this is such a fucking, like...
Why not?
Why are we having this argument? You have an impression left by a single slipper.
So it's a shoe print.
What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
That's not
ignoring
how
the
it
fact
works.
Also ignoring the fact that would mean her shoe was still on the stand randomly.
That's just dumb.
I'm so sorry, baby girl, but like... Yeah, why... This feels like they were like, fuck, we need to have another, like, confrontation between Apollo and Clavier at the end of the case.
Clavier's like, shit, it could have fallen, and he's like, that's stupid, because it wouldn't have left a strong impression. Because that's how
He's not even
works.
trying to win it. He's not even trying to win at this point.
He, like, knows it's a lost cause, so he's just like, I need to make sure it looks like I'm doing my job. So, this slipper fell. Is that anything? How are we feeling about that, folks?
Yeah.
Do we think we
literally,
can even call it a footprint? How about that? What if I be really pedantic?
What is a foot, anyway?
Let's define foot. Apollo, like, jumps the bench to strangle him.
So, your client did say that she had, what was it, mad little toes?
It wasn't mad little toes. It was mad little feet. You just keep making it about toes.
Because they keep talking about toes. In my defense. They don't shut up about toes in this case. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade.
Yeah, no shit.
Like bowls and noodles. Like those things. There's no room for a person to ride in there.
I was under the impression that Eldoo went back there to cook, but I guess I don't know how the fucking stand works.
Well, like, why wouldn't he be in there?
I don't know.
You have a point.
Does he?
No, he doesn't.
Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm doing my job fine.
I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Never mind, I guess.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand?
Every time Trucy has something to tell Apollo that'll like help solve the case, she pulls out her little sound box, and when she gets to the important part, she makes like a train whistling noise.
She's a stream deck.
Yeah, basically. She just taps it so as she's talking, like a train noise right over the important thing she was gonna say, and Apollo's like, could you just not do that? And she's like, I have to do it. You know? I just think it's funny if like, and like, obviously, some of these noises are completely inappropriate to whatever's happening. Sometimes there's just a duck quacking, you know?
I'm nodding, believe me. I'm on this with you.
Alright, cool.
I can prove
We're on the
one
bus
thing.
together.
Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand.
It's the bowl, isn't it?
I think so.
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoo's noodle stand.
Also, I didn't ever say anything, but it will, it literally is a rave. We're jamming.
Yes, and what about it?
We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Miraktis clinic, and a pot.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic?
Yeah, you know how it is. Mr. Eldoo was very clear about these bowls.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
I was divorced once.
Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside the noodle stand. Space created at the Miraktis clinic, no less. Right around the time you were there, Ms. Alita Tiala. Stop!
I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
He's like, you don't like being my shorty?
I would like to remind the witness of her current status.
Literally the defense is jamming, by the way.
This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale. Is that a quote from something?
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point.
You can say that about any attorney case. The defense has somehow made its point.
The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Miraktis.
More fairy tales? This whole trial is a fairy tale.
Then please pull us back down to reality, Ms. Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
This is it. Why was Dr. Miraktis pulling the stand that night? And what was Lolita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case so we can finally be done with it.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Miraktis for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. But Dr. Miraktis didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brad got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there?
How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went, I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright?
Do I detect uncertainty there? It's in orange text, so I must have to do something. This is my last chance.
Apollo, any word from your bracelet?
Yeah, actually, I felt it respond.
I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo.
Time to perceive the truth. Here comes justice.
You got it.
All I did was talk and lie. All girls know.
All girls know. Eat hot chip and lie. What?
Join the mafia and lie.
Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. Hope no one asks me about this in court. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch? What are you talking about?
You have a habit of scratching the area of
Your
your
Twitch
neck.
channel.
Yeah,
You can't live stream during court. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
It's just that BuzzFeed thing.
Literally.
We should put that on the fridge.
We should.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. There are YouTube videos on this. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in Miraktis Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened.
I assume it is the lamp, because we haven't used that and we're at the end. Which is a great way to play this game. What's that?
You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out. This talking in circles, this nonsense is killing me.
Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf.
She's like, but it completes the outfit. Eek!
Yeah, she's like, I'll go to jail for a fashion crime without it.
She's like, have you heard that story about the girl with the green ribbon? That's me.
I think about that story so much.
It's the art makes it extra creepy.
Oh yeah, for
the art is so fucking creepy.
I completely agree. This is a trial to determine what happened in that part.
I love how many people read that story in like elementary school and like have never stopped thinking about it and how fucked up it is.
Right.
We're just all thinking about it.
no one's normal about it. No one's recovered. Yeah, we all seem. I mean, to be fair, I think I read it a bit later, like more middle school or high school. Like I just stumbled upon it. I was more scared of Slender Man when I was 11. That was my thing. Was Slenderman and Freddy Fazbear, and of course the killer.
The killer.
Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
We'll find out soon enough.
We seem to have
drifting.
That's us. We seem to have drifted off target.
Oops.
As soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing.
Miss Tiala. I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No. No!
I knew it.
She should have just, like, gotten some good concealer.
For real. People can hide the nastiest of hickeys. You could do this.
So then even if they did, you could have been like, and look at my neck.
Yeah.
So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Tiala?
Alita Tiala, it's fine.
Your neck, that isn't what I think it is.
Something did happen that night at the Miraktis Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took, even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it.
But wait. Looking at this lamp in the witness's neck, looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Miraktis and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Miraktis Clinic.
can't yell still.
Will someone please tell me how that's what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Miraktis. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Oh, shit.
You can be him.
Fuck.
I mean, do you want me to be him?
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin.
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You. And what happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Paul Miraktis was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. Not Clavier's still snapping. Just like do do do
Not
do
a-
do do do.
He already knew he was losing like an hour ago. He doesn't care.
He like stopped paying attention. She's like talking about how she almost died, and he's like, dude.
So you were the victim. And the red.
And the red splash on the cord was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed, and you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I?
Ah!
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Miraktis clinic.
Also, how long are we going? Are we able to finish tonight or no?
We're almost done, aren't we?
I think.
One, what really happened, and Nebula. We're almost done. I think we can finish if we go
Okay,
fast.
slide. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Did you read this?
No. It would
Oh,
seem that our
shit.
victim was not into.
It's all good.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Ms. Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Ms. Tiala?
She's like stomping on his foot, asking those, like, come on. Figure it out.
Very well, this finishes the cross-examine.
He's like, fucking. Don't. You have to win now. Please. I already left. I don't know if it
Sorry,
got picked
for
up
some
or-
reason that didn't like process as the laugh to me.
Oh, okay. No worries. Not so fast. This party's just getting started.
Clavier, we're going to bed.
I'm tired. Clavier, I'm sleepy.
Clavier, we're so
Hearing-
tired.
Hearing this noise at night is also just like, I want to go to bed. I don't want to wake up. Now we rock.
No, we don't. What?
We sleep. Those spikes on your head are softer than they look.
What?
I don't know what that means, but
Read the line so we can go to bed.
okay.
Read the line.
Or do you not have the stuff? Do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Prosecutor Gavin? I didn't like that.
Pal Miraktis choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There is more we don't know.
She's elbowing him like, wow, you could have done that. What if you had
Yeah.
done that?
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Oh shit, right. Alita Tiala, half dead, Dr. Miraktis pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
I don't know why I thought I got that wrong, but
Ms. Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin.
Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth.
Well, let's go back over what we've learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullets still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Miraktis some of his own medicine.
And Ms. Tiala heard about this from Waki. So she went to the Miraktis clinic ahead of him. In order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Miraktis?
That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. The killer. What did he do after his crime?
Obsessed
just
with
saying, by
this
the way, you do.
doctor who apparently couldn't tell if she was dead or not.
Yeah, he just she blacked out. And he was just like, that's people don't move when they die. She's not moving. She's dead now.
I was just knocked
That's how it
out, not dead, obviously.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctors did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Miraktis do?
He's like, I'm in the dark. I'm scared. What's going on?
Maybe he did think that he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next?
Is it just the
I think so.
noodle stand?
I think so.
I do have the thing over here.
I think it's a noodle stand, but
Yeah. We don't have time to be
I was
fucking
right.
around.
As
I
his
get it, I
next
get it.
move, Dr. Miraktis stole Guy Eldoo's noodle stand.
he was hungry.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So he randomly decided. So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? That was blatantly not the right line.
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer?
I don't actually know if that was the word.
Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place.
Ah. Wait, you don't mean...
I do. Dr. Miraktis did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse?
Dr. Miraktis panicked.
Why did he think she was dead?
I guess he panicked.
Dr. Miraktis
guess.
panicked. He thought he'd killed you.
His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Sorry, I am fighting the sleepy
I'm sorry.
allegations.
Then let's think about it logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind, but on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kataki?
I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right, he had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick! That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Miraktis was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram.
To where exactly was the To where exactly was the victim during his stand?
There, that's a river.
Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why.
A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fraulein.
I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand, and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala.
Ugh.
And then the
Denouement? Whatever, we don't have time.
Wesley Stickler of George Snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant...
Love this scene so much.
God.
It's so funny.
So,
Love it. We love animation.
I shot him?
You are the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you.
Well, Ms. Giala,
Oh, denouement. Thank you. Also, yeah, explain this. Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook.
You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Miraktis pulling that stand through the park?
Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Where of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
is this true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one to point out Airforehead's errors?
Fucking apparently. Maybe there really is something.
I believe the Fraulein speaks of a doctor's car. The Dilf Destroyer.
His
Was it?
car?
That's right. The Miraktis Clinic has that big garage.
Which that a green sports car?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
Oh.
And so we find our victim without probable cause steals that stand. And our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
What an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong.
Huh?
Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car.
Oh, yes, I nearly forgotten about it. Afterward,
Wrong voice.
Yeah, that's the judge.
After... I'm so tired.
We're so close to be done.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. We're gonna finish this.
We have to finish it.
This is me battling because I forget. When does Ghost Trick come out again? Wait, is it
The
next stream?
30th?
Okay, so we have one more. Okay. Do we want to start Turnabout Serenade next week, or do we want to do like a one and done mini one, like in some other game?
I don't know. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, you're right. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car? Oh.
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring
Hello?
than your forehead. I know, Miss. Right.
Fucking hello?
Do you
I'm awake.
I'm
Shut
curious.
up.
Does it associate? Do you associate it with
Just
my
like
alarm
only
now?
like a tiny bit.
Just because you've heard it a few times?
Yeah.
You have to admit, like, it is a really good alarm.
It's like, hello, wake the fuck up.
That's why I like it, because like other alarms, like I'm always afraid if I pick like a fun song, it's gonna ease me too much and I won't wake up. Guilty Love is like there's no fade in to the song. It starts and then you're up, you're awake. Order, he's dying apparently.
why didn't Dr. Miraktis use his car to carry the body?
Is that a groan of surrender I hear?
Don't say it like that.
Aw. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know.
He's like,
fucking
I will now.
tutorial mode.
Yeah, he's.
Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
Part of like the Gavin genetics, they must explain to you how to use your Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
Everything I've learned.
Mr. Justice, let this contradiction cast doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance.
You say that so many times, man.
Is it the car didn't run? Yeah, because we have the.
Yeah, because the shit in the car.
Yeah.
The
I have an
jorts.
idea. It's all coming together. Oh yeah. That night, Dr. Miraktis couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Misty. All of the information in my brain. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple.
If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence?
All sorts of things come out of my jorts. Even the truth.
Could you have taken
And then
the
she does a little
truth?
pose.
Could you have taken the truth out like an hour and a half ago?
That wouldn't have been fun then.
Oh my god.
It's kind of like my personal Trucy magic headcanon, where magic, she only has real magic when it's like fun and funny.
And
Like she's a
perfect for the
Looney
bit in
Tune
the
character.
moment.
Yeah, it has to be perfect for the bit in
Exactly.
the moment.
She's
Meaning-
got like Bugs Bunny powers.
No, that's literally how I describe it when trying to explain what I think of Trucy's magic. I say
Like,
it's like
can't
Looney
happen all the
Tunes.
time.
It's like
It
Looney
can't happen all the time. It's only when it's like perfect for the bit.
Exactly. It can it's literally Looney Tunes rules, and she doesn't use it during the show, and that's my hot take on Trucy's magic.
Oh my fucking god, they're doing Toy Story 5? Sorry.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's too late for that.
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these jorts. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid.
Wow, you think I'm brave?
Yeah. In the miraktis clinic garage.
Hello.
What? She's like, what the fuck is happening?
The snatcher hid the jorts there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them.
Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Fucking got it. Exactly. By the way, I learned something
Can we please
yesterday.
put this bitch in jail? Please, can we get her ass held out of here?
A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
Oh, did you now?
Shut up.
I was on my way home. When
No.
my hog gave up.
No.
You don't want to hear about my hog?
Trixie's like, we can't be in this flashback. We have to go home. I'm starving.
My. How interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the jort snatcher snuck into the miraktis garage. From that time until we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What?
That's why Dr. Miraktis had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Baby girl, now is not the time. We gotta get out
Well,
of here.
Miss Tiala, I really want to go to bed. My feet hurt. This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
Stop blinking, girl. Get it over
So
with.
it does. I'm always thinking about how they have to stand the whole time, especially the really long cases. I'm like, can someone get you guys a fucking chair? I give Phoenix chronic pain. He can't do this. Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Cramped. The pain. My throat's burning.
What's your problem?
No. Shit. That was Walkie. You, dog. You're
Oh,
my
no.
problem.
Ah,
Walkie?
You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man.
And that's all the voice acting I got in me right now.
wait, let me explain.
Fine, I'll give you a last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. This is not the optimal way to shoot a gun. Oh, fuck. Cease this at once, you two.
Whatever. Yes,
said
yes, we're all very
yes.
shocked.
Can we stop fading into the white space? Funny. Isn't the way...
Welcome to White Space.
This-
You've been here for as long as you can remember.
This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad. He's like,
She loves
well,
drama. She'll have fun in prison.
Yeah.
There's still a mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much as from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Miraktis didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I really thought you were completely incompetent. You're only somewhat incompetent. I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you. He's like, fucking thanks.
Yeah, he's like, Jesus.
Thank God, thank
I
God,
believe
thank
we've
God.
reached a conclusion of sorts.
Yeah, we still have to do the after court talking.
I don't think
too.
it's that long.
I don't think so either. Prosecutor Gavin, how's everyone doing?
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
She's like, this isn't at all like how Daddy told me it went.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago.
Okay.
Nope,
Shh.
nope.
Let me skip his fucking words. Let me skip his words.
He lost, but I didn't exactly win either.
Something's the matter, Air Forehead.
My feet hurt.
Okay.
Looks like it's time to head to Verge.
Hot.
Hot.
Milky.
Milky.
Woo! I love how sad the confetti looks.
I know, like, it's just one guy up there.
Court is adjourned.
Thank you. Fuck. Get us out of here.
Apollo is collapsing onto that sofa.
June 17th, 4:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. We didn't stop for lunch. We went in at 10 a.m. Are you fucking kidding me?
Jesus.
Great job, Apollo, you did it.
Yeah, we did. Somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
I don't know if that's
I think
his
it
dad
is.
or...
Oh. It might be his dad.
Hey, attorney man.
Oh, nope.
Oops.
You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes.
Or to blame, I guess.
You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish.
This must be his dad.
Enough, Walkie.
There we go.
Mr. Kitaki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie.
I don't have a voice for him.
What do you know, old man?
It's so fucking late.
I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman?
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out.
Not what I'm paid for.
We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you.
You fucking tell him. Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot.
What was that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman?
It's his heart.
Is it this one? Is it the chart?
I think save just in case.
Yeah, it is. It's the
But
chart.
I think so. Okay, cool. I thought so, but...
Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition.
He's like, I don't want to do that.
I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
Blah, 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 blah.
He actually is so adorable here.
I know.
No, I like squeezing him in my fist.
She doesn't mean you aren't really, are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one.
I love Big Winskataki so much.
A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure.
But man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
But I won't use it.
Okay, I get why he says that, but also, like, the thing that always bothered me about that is, like, he is, like, literally ABD, apparently. Like, I get it, but also, like, at this point, we gotta get him on that table.
Yeah, I mean, he might be ABD now, but we don't know how long they've been raising the money.
That's true. I'm just like, get him on that table, please. Anyway, exclamation mark.
It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean.
Eye moment.
Please understand, Walkie.
Even I have eyes.
Dad.
You have eyes. Aw.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh. Oh.
Aw.
They're actually like really cute.
I know. I love the Katakis.
Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for.
Walkie?
Trucy would be crying too.
She's like, oh, Lucky.
She's like, Daddy, if I had a bullet in my heart, would you also start a bakery for me?
He's like, obviously. He's like, I would actually join the mob. Like, we can do it in reverse.
Yeah. Trucy's like, ooh, that's way better.
It's like, exactly. I've been thinking about joining the mob. Anyway.
Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. Try to hide in your business suit. I'll find you.
There's like snot.
Yeah, oh, he's 100% like, so.
You gonna read this one?
Yeah, sorry.
Stupid old geezer.
My Walkie.
No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki! I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who? Me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kataki lime pie.
Oh, that sounds so good.
He's opening a pie shop? So long.
And he vanished
We
like a
gotta get outta
ghost.
here.
And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency.
I haven't eaten in all day.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, we make a good team.
She's like, I already filed your, like, you're already in our system
You're already,
for taxes.
you're on the payroll, you're in the system.
Like, we're already, like, set up for taxes, so.
Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Oh god. Like this power of mine that she showed me that makes me sick. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. And I guess her dad. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right, we have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Why to claim our reward from Mr. Aldoon?
Salty noodles. Right. You got a stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show.
Okay.
With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Well, it's special, alright. Whatever.
Please, anything but him. I don't like him.
The end. Holy shit, we did it. Okay.
Oh,
awesome.
good night.
Awesome.
Well, I have my joke to tell you after, before you go away. But I'll tell you after.
Okay.
We're done.
Thank you all for coming. We're so sleepy. We're gonna decide what to do next week, but yeah, we have to see. So yes, I think next week we'll probably play something. I don't know. It feels weird to just start it because we aren't gonna get that far.
That's the thing, 'cause we're not going to play it for a while because of, even if it's only like a month, like it still would be weird to do one
Yeah.
day of Turnabout
So-
Serenade and then immediately go to.
We'll figure out what we're gonna do next week, but whatever. Then after that, we'll be playing Ghost Trick. On Monday, I'm playing Leighton Brothers of Mystery Room, and then on Thursday, I'm playing Nancy Drew. Something. Okay, cool. Anything you have to say?
Oh man.
Awesome.
Video game.
All right, cool. Clavier in HD. Yes. Have a good day. Have a
Yes.
good night. Thank you for streaming with us. And
Woo.
I don't know, drink some water. Okay, goodbye.